everybody. It's Meko here.
Hey, Samantha.
Yes. Okay. So, guys, today we're gonna be talking about business as a recap from like last week, last Thursday when we was talking about business and things like that. But due to all the things that's going on in the world today, we want to talk about business and mental health.
Right.
And we was trying to get some information together as far as being a narcissist, because there's a lot of them, and there's different. A lot of people, they just be like, is he a narcissist, or is she a narcissist, or they have narcissistic personalities or behaviors, and that can coincide with business too. Like all of that works hand in hand. So, Sam, what do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, even going to school, as kids, maybe we didn't know, hey, you're a narcissist, but we sure enough know that behavior. We know those patterns in the workplace. So it's everywhere. Like you said, president, people in the news, narcissists in general, though, they have an excessive interest or an admiration of themselves.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Highly inflated.
Yes.
And can't stop. And to be honest, it's not like we can put them on a boat and ship them off somewhere. Like we have to deal with them.
Girl,
we have to do it. Right. So I actually have some signs and some symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder. Kind of things to look out for, especially for those of you who are going into business. You're going to run into these kind of people if you haven't already met them in your family, your friends, or whatever, out and about. Our goal today is just to help you recognize those signs and those symptoms, and to just learn how to arm them, because their goal, again, is for it to be all about them and not about what's going on. All right, you ready?
Yes, definitely.
So here's two signs right quick. They have a grandiose sense of self-importance. Again, it's so big, it's out of control, it's outrageous. They just feel like everything, like God created the world for them, and everybody else revolves around, right? Absolutely. And they live in a fantasy world that supports their delusion of grandeur. Like they are not grounded in reality. They don't really understand that, let's just say if they die, I think they think that time's going to stop. That we're going to stop working, we're going to stop sleeping because they're no longer around. They need constant praise and admiration.
Yes.
There's entitlement. They exploit others without guilt or shame.
So have you had to deal with any of that?
In a relationship? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It was like, I can't even put it into words, Meko.
I mean, I understand, because I've had to deal with it too. And with my stuff, it went hand in hand, because you already gave the clinical definition of it as far as being self-centered and it's all about them and things like that. So as far as with me, I had to, my stuff went, I was going to say they met, but they didn't. It was like the business and the narcissistic people that I had around me, or the narcissistic person that I had around me. It just wasn't working, and it just, it all going together. Everybody talking about, oh, Kanye, why is he running for president? Or mental stuff can be going on with people, and you just never know what they're going through. All you got to do, just try to figure it out for yourself. But as far as that narcissistic behavior, that could be with your mama, your daddy, your cousin, your auntie, your roommate, you know what I'm saying? And you trying to get something started, and if it's not about them, or if it doesn't involve something with them,
right?
It might not work, or, oh, how you going to afford that? Or, oh, it's something.
Exactly. Or you can't do that, or they're going to demean you, what you're doing. They're going to try to intimidate you. They're going to try to bully and belittle you. Those are the characteristics of narcissists. And I mean, you would think that as people got older, they would do better. But for narcissists, it's like, no, it's like no holds barred. It's like whoever I can run over and take advantage of, that's what I'm going to do. And they're especially attracted to empaths, to people who feel in the world, the people who have a heart, the people who want to see things change. They love to cling on those people, and they just drain the life out of you.
Right. And they will, but if it doesn't have anything to do with them, they want, it's all about vanity. Like it's hard. So if you're dealing with someone that's like that, if you're dealing with someone that whatever you say or do, it's not going to really matter. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you say or do, if it doesn't involve them, like I said, it's a no-go. And then, but some, though, they do be trying, like they'll try, even the ones that you will see that's trying, like oh yeah, go ahead. They try to give you a little praise so that you don't seem like they hating on you. But if you keep your eyes open, you're gonna see what you need to see, and you need to act on it immediately.
It's not gonna work. They don't know how to hear anyone else's good idea. You know, it's not a good idea until they hear what you have to say and put their spin on it. Then it's the best idea.
Yeah. Yep.
It's great. And that's just how they operate. And it's just really sad, to be honest. It's like I said, I was in a relationship with someone who I did not understand. I don't think I had ever experienced this level of narcissism before. And I in Google searches, I'm like, what is a narcissist? Okay. Yeah. And there were like 17. I texted a friend, girl, there's no lie. There were 17 characteristics. And there was 15 I saw clearly from the list.
Dang. Also, you're dealing with a for real narcissist.
I'm telling you.
Girl. And I mean, but this is what this is all about. We're trying to have other people to realize it. If you got to Google it, Google it. If you see something that's happening and you're like, wait, this ain't right. You know, and like I said, you know, and Sam, what we was trying to say on this show, like, we don't want to bring people down. And I don't want to always be about, oh, what happened to me in my marriage, and oh, what happened, because it was some good things that happened in my marriage, just like the bad stuff. But when I'm trying to help someone, we have to bring out and bring to light on the stuff that's needed for you to excel. Because if you still looking 5-10 years from now, and or even not even 5 or 10 years from 2 years from now, and you're like stuck, I mean, that can just be so super heavy. So that's why I'm just like, dang, I don't want to keep talking about things that seem like it's so bogged down and bad, because we're not trying to bring anyone down, and we're not always trying to talk about our spouse or our past, because we had some good lives. You know, we just want to teach people, or not even teach, but just make people aware that you can get out, that you can change. The sooner, the better is my thing.
Absolutely. Let me say some, and to kind of piggyback on what you were saying, you know, this is important because narcissists are attracted to people who are on the move. Yeah. They're attracted to people who are doing things. So they are going to come. Like, as you build your business, oh, please know a narcissist is coming. You know, if you're happy, if you're thrilled with your life and everything that's going on, you know, if you're just attracting great things, you're going to also attract not so great things. You know, so these people are impressed with your way of life, your careers, your hobbies, your talents, your friendships, your family. These people are everywhere. You just have to know. Our next tips here is going to teach you how to disarm them. You know, them from latching onto you, because just like Meko, you know, they latched onto me too, and for a season, I was jacked up. Yeah, I was jacked up, and maybe they don't understand they're doing this. Maybe they do understand that they're doing this. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, you know, we just want to share with you the things that we've gone through, and to help you to avoid common pitfalls. So, are you ready to talk about different ways that we can disarm them?
Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't want to hold them too long, but let's do it.
5 different ways. The first thing is, don't fall for the temptation to sink to their level.
Okay. Absolutely.
And now, listen, because baby, when they would come at me, I'd be like, you know what?
The temptation.
Honey, we can go tit for tat, you know, but the first, you cannot fall for the temptation to sink to their level. And I think that speaks to them knowing where they are, you know what I'm saying? Because they're already attracted to this. And in my little mind, if they felt like they were up there too, then how they got time to mess with you? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They already feel a sense of inferiority, and they're trying to bring you down to where they are. So the first tip is to resist the temptation to get with them, resist the temptation to slap them, resist the temptation to cuss them out. Just see it for what it is. Somebody who has problems with themselves, and then it has nothing to do, okay? Number 2, and not feed the ego. Do not feed the baby monster.
Do not, okay.
Not feed their ego. Again, these people are just like, all they do is think about themselves. I'm sure they wake up in the morning and they look at the mirror and they just stare at themselves and they think of how wonderful they are. And
not stare at themselves.
20 times a day, and they look at their stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they need that. They thrive off of that. They don't understand that the stuff in life doesn't define you. And it's just really sad. But you cannot feed the monster. Do not feed the ego. Do not feed the ego. Do not. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's great. Like, you know, I think it's great. I just think it's great. I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to bring it down too much. I want to give, you know, I want people to hear some, just keep going. Just keep going, because I'm writing this down as we go.
Okay. All right. So number 3.
Number 3.
Don't take responsibility for their emotions.
Hold on, what you say?
Don't take responsibility for their emotions.
Don't take responsibility. Girl, what you said.
It's a couple episodes back. My therapist told me many years ago, she said, accept your shit.
Yep. And she was right too.
She was like, listen, this is your problem.
Mm-hmm.
This is your problem. And you need to accept that. What do you think about that?
I think that your therapist was right. Because we have to accept our own responsibility. And with them, like when you're dealing with someone like that, and you have to be aware of yourself to make sure that you're not being your own enemy.
That's right.
You know, because the narcissist, you know, there's women, men, you just got to recognize what's going on, recognize what's in the play for you, him, her.
That's right.
I'm with
right.
it.
All right.
And what you on number 4, right?
Number 4, don't use ultimatums.
What do you mean?
Like if you don't straighten up, I'm gonna leave. If you don't do this, I won't do this.
Yeah.
You don't use because you can't. You just have to do it. That's what it's saying. Don't threaten them with a good time, because you know they're crazy.
Yeah.
Right? They love a good time.
Uh-huh.
You got to do. So if they're getting on your nerves, and if you want to leave, don't say, hey, if you don't tighten up, I'm gonna leave. Because guess what? You already know they're not gonna tighten up. They're narcissists.
Yeah.
You can't play with them. You know, you cannot play with you. Do not give them an ultimatum.
Okay.
Just
do not get them. Yes. I got that. Mm-hmm.
There is no ultimate. There is none. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And 5, don't give them negative attention.
Don't give them negative attention.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because they feed off of that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The opposite of what you would do for a normal person, you have to do an opposite, because they're crazy.
You are right. That is so true, because if you start giving them all of that attention, it does. Right. It'll backfire on you. It'll backfire on you, and it ain't gonna phase them one bit. You know, you're gonna be the one crying. You're gonna be the one that's saying, oh, this and oh, that. Don't give them that attention. Focus on getting yourself together. Focus on getting your business mind right. Focus on getting your family right, and whatever else you need to do, because it's important that you focus on yourself. I'm not saying being selfish, because a narcissist is self-centered, about being selfish and all of that. But there's a difference in being a narcissist and you caring about yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, and you caring about your growth. And you know, so that's why I don't want to beat it down, but hey, you gave some great tips. And I wrote them down, and I'm gonna look at it, because the thing about it is I think people are going through this as we speak.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And especially with us being so isolated. So if you're around someone and you kind of figured you couldn't really stand them or whatever, they had those traits, I'm sure you know what time it is with that person. You know, so if you have goals with your business or school or family, whatever you got going on, these tips are going to help you to deal with them so that you can keep it going, because you can't stop. If anything, I believe, I think we talked about this earlier, that this time right here, although it seems crazy as hell, this is the best time ever to get whatever you got going, get the foundation of your business going, start working on your business plan, start working on your marketing, start doing little stuff right now, so that as time goes on and as life goes on, you'll be ready to go. I mean, so you have to be able to discern the distractions for what they are, and you have to be able to keep it moving. And if it means not giving an ultimatum and walking out the door, packing your shit and leaving, then that's just what you got to do.
Yes, I agree. I agree. And kudos to all of you guys that have started a business, because there are so many people that's doing so many things, making clothes. They're coming up with all kind of things that, you know, that's actually working for them. And I say kudos to you, and just keep doing it. But the only thing is, like we said, we just want to help you to be aware if you are having issues and someone is really not like supporting you in certain things. You just have to stay aware of those people and stick to your goals. That's it for me. That's it. I just want to say stick to your goals, and please rewind this so you could listen to all of the tips that she gave, because they was great for you to be aware of who you're dealing with, even within yourself.
That's really good. Even within we can be our biggest cheerleader. We can be our biggest hater, for lack of a better.
Yes. You know? So don't be a hater. get yourself together. Get yourself together and get on this entrepreneur train with us. But that's it for me, Sam. Do you have anything else that you want to?
That's it. Just recognize, be able to discern the people around you. And then if you see someone like, okay, bet you're a narcissist. Okay, I know how to deal with you, because you're not going to stop. You're not going to stop what I got going. You're not going to stop me from pushing forward. You're not going to stop me from publishing my book. You're not going to stop me from opening this. You're just not able to do it. And I'm not going to let it.
Don't do it. Look out for yourself, because ain't nobody going to look out for you better than you.
At all.
So that's it, guys. I mean, leave your comments, email us. Y'all already know the drill. The ones who's been listening and been trying to keep up with us, we appreciate that. So, and the ones that don't, hopefully you'll get on board sooner or later. So we just hope it helps.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
So, okay. Is that it?
That's it.
Hey. All right.
All right, everyone. Take care.